Hi everyone, it's Nancy. I hope you're all doing well. I am so sorry that my video from yesterday cut off like that. I had forgotten I set an alarm to get ready for an appointment, and the alarm went off and it cut it off. So I really apologize for that abrupt ending. But anyway, this is what we ended with, doing the purse and the gal and the jewelry, sweater, and the feet with the green nail polish. So that's where I ended. So I am going to, we're going to see how it goes. I'm going to try not to jibber jabber, and we're going to attempt to see if we can finish this today. So I'm going to do the back page here right now. And I already have things picked out. I have some pre-cut. Remember I wrapped it around from the front part there, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to leave that on there, and I'm just going to glue this piece on here. So yeah, thanks so much for joining me today. We had some really bad storms Tuesday night, and oh gosh, we were so blessed that we didn't get any damage of any sort, but south of us and southeast and south of us, there were tornadoes and strong storms, and oh, there was so much damage. And they were showing the hail that came down was like the size of a baseball, and it broke cars, the windshields, and dented everything out there. And some farmers lost their barns, and people with some houses. It was really a very bad situation that came through here. So, but mainly south. So our prayers go out to them that lost so much in these storms. You just never know, It's just really, we got the warnings and everything, and we get the bad storms, but we didn't get anything where it was damaging. So yeah, that was kind of hard. But now it's going to be rainy and get cold again, and I really don't want to ever put my winter coat on again, but I might just have to. Okay, so I have one of these gals here, and she's smart looking in her little, what do you call those? Crop pants? What did they call them back in that day? I don't remember. Anybody remember? Was it crop pants? I don't know. But anyway, I have a car. This car and these houses are from the Collage Soup Green, the green book that I have listed below in the description box, as well as this car. And I also have in the description box the Etsy shop where I get these gals from, and I love them. So now that we have this on, my idea was I want to put the car here, because obviously, see, the car was cut on the page like that, so I feel like it needs to go there, like it's coming that way. And I'm going to put like the neighborhood, a row of houses here. And so my idea was it, I don't remember which one I was starting with. I'm thinking, I think I was going to start with maybe this one. Let's see if that's what I was going to do. And then I was going to just kind of put them around here. And I like the greens going behind the houses. So I think I was going to do something like this, if I can get it where I want it. Or was I going to do, I want to say I'm doing this one here. Okay, so, and this one's going to go up here, like there's, houses, rows of houses. Boy, I wish you know what, this is a good thing when you're planning this kind of thing and you get it to where you want it. Maybe take a picture. Take a picture of it. Or maybe I was going to, no, because I'm putting the closer one, the bigger one closer. Okay, let's try this again. Maybe that one. I'm thinking it was the tall one here. So I was going to do that. I know I had it planned really nice. I think maybe this one next, like so, like that. And that, and then I know this little one was going to kind of go back here, and then this one, maybe I was having this one up here even, and then I want this one here, the closest one, something like that, I think it was. All right, so I need to start gluing things down here and make headway here so we can get things done. So it's like rows of houses, right? Okay. All right, so let's just start gluing things down. I could, you could play with this arrangement forever. So you got to just start doing it, right? I'm going to start doing it and hope for the best. Can't be too hard on yourself. It's supposed to be a fun project. If you overthink, and I think I've always said that, and I'm guilty of it, then it's not fun anymore, right? So let's put this right here. I'm going to just kind of put it there and hope that that's where I want it. We'll make do. And then this one, still have to place it though, making sure. So I better put the card here for now. Okay, this one, I want to go there. Okay, let me put this here. Okay, so I can remember where I want it. Does anybody celebrate, like, does anybody eat the corned beef and cabbage from that, people, a lot of people make that for St. Patrick's Day. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a corned beef and cabbage gal. So, but I like our Irish soda bread. We have been getting that from our grocery store, so that's kind of fun. But not corned beef and cabbage. Well, I have to pass on that. But I know a lot of people really, really like it, though. All right, let's make a little collage thing here. I want that to be in there. Okay. I'm almost thinking I need to put that there, like that. And then this little house can go up here. But I don't want this showing right there. You see what I'm trying to hide there? So I guess I have to put this in like a little more higher or lower like that. So I'm going to get this little guy in. Yeah, well, I live in a suburb, like an hour and a half, yeah, good hour, depending on traffic, west of Chicago. And if you don't know, Chicago is really big on St. Patrick's Day. Like, they dyed the Chicago River green. They have a parade. It's really big in the bars and, where they have the beer, bars and stuff like that. So sports bars and... So it's a big, big, big deal here in Chicago. Okay, so I'm going to get this under here, and I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm all right. Ooh, get it in there a little more. There we go. Just enough to cover that. Okay. All right, pretty good there. And our car is still looking good to go there. Perfect. And now I want to put this house here. Like right there. I want to put that right there. That'll be the closest house to the car. So that's where that's going. And yeah, I know we have a lot of places have like special coffees and ice creams and stuff for St. Patrick's Day. I mean, I love it. I think it's great, you know. I think it's great that people celebrate all the holidays and, you know, things like that. So, all right, so let's get this car up, this here. And I want it to be, I see that I need to make sure I don't see white there. So I probably should have brought that down a little, but that's okay. I'll just bring this over like that. All right, we'll just have to do that. So I have a little row of houses. I think that's so cute, isn't it? I think that's super cute. So then I want to put the car down, and she's going down last. She's going down. Oops. Running out, glue stick running out here. I'm gonna see what I can get out of it yet. Oh. Yep, it's definitely run out here. I try to even, I don't know if anybody else does this, when it gets down to that plastic part, I kind of dig it out and try to use that glue that's in there, because there is quite a bit of glue in there, you know, so I don't want to waste it. Let's see here, what's going on here. Okay, making sure that's there. Okay, a little more. Okay, all right, I think I got it where I want it. Isn't that fun? Like the car in front of the neighborhood. And I'm putting her right here. Right? Oh, I got to put something there. I don't remember having that opening there. But I think because I had the house all the way over. But, you know, I put it down different now. But I want to put her here just because I like her there. I like her there. And now I've got to figure out what's going there now, don't I? And I don't think I have any more houses to put on there. So I might have to cut a house. And I don't know if I have any. No. I only have another car, but no. I'll have to find something. Oh dear. You know, I don't know. I'm looking to see if I have another house. I think I cut them all out of that paper. All right. Well, I think I might have to live with it, but I'll put something there. Maybe, how about a washi tape? Maybe a little strip of washi? I don't know. Let's see what this would look like here. Sometimes you gotta improvise, you know? No, because that's, well, she's not gonna, if I put that there, she's gonna be over it anyway, and it would kind of, can I live with that? I guess I could, unless I put a dark one. Maybe like maybe this one. This is a little darker. I could put just a strip there. It's kind of a nice color. I don't know. See, by just moving it, I now don't have what I want there. But don't like that either. Okay, let's try this one. or I'm going to put, I should put a, oh, I could put a plant there too, right? Do I have anything that I could put? See how I saved those strips, but no, that's not going to work. Okay. I've got to do something like this maybe. I could do that. And then put her here. All right. I don't know yet. I'm just going to glue her down because I'm fussing too much here. So let's fix this. Let's just get her down. And if I find something like a little, ooh, you know what? I wonder, what did I put? Let's see, I'm thinking, I did have those, I might be using them. Let's see. I had those, what do you call it? Wait, I don't know where they're at. I'm looking here. I had those topiary. I might be using them in something else. All right, let's continue because I'll never get this done in one video if I don't get moving here. All right. Okay. All right, I'm going to put her down. So, right there. I can cut that little tip of her toe off. So she's standing in front of her new car. Let me cut this little tip off here. Okay. Standing in front of her new car. I was looking for the topiary. That's what I was looking for, but I don't think I'm using it. Let me look in here. Thought I had it here. I have two of them. Wow. Okay. I don't know where they are. No. I will find them. I'm sure I have them somewhere. I just don't know where they are. Anyway, I'll find them. So anyway, there she is. I like that page. I'll put a flower or something there when I find it. I will fix that. Moving on. Let's move on here. All right. And, okay, so we have that. There's the back of that. Now we're going to be working on here. We have these two flaps to do and this envelope, okay? So let's start with this envelope. Okay, and for that, I have that all picked out. I have this little copper pot full of cactus, or cacti, I should say. I'm not sure what magazine that came out of, but it did come out of a magazine. I have scrapbook paper. I have, look at this image. This was in a Daphne Diary magazine, and this is from a Daphne Diary magazine. And she fits perfect on here, and I just love how that looks against there. So that's what we're going to do on that page. So I pre-cut more or less. I'll just trim it down, but I'm going to glue this on for the background. Isn't that pretty? The other side too. I know it's hard to, it's definitely hard to try not to use the other side. But I have so much of this that I just need to use it. Otherwise, I'll have it forever, and I know I won't even use what I have, right? We all have stuff like that. So I am just with abandon, diving into it and pulling out whatever I know I want to use. And I'm okay with that. Okay, let's see what we're going to do here. So I'm going to line it up. I don't mind seeing some of the green wash. You see, that's why we kind of put that around the sides. And let's lift that. Oh, I got glue on my, got that on there. Let's get that. I don't want to use the eraser on here. If you just kind of tap it and roll it, it beads up and then you can wipe it off. Okay, so I'm going to trim it. I just want to make sure I have it on good. Make sure it's on. Okay. Perfect. All right, let's get that cut off. Oops, I'm dropping everything here. Sorry, I'm making noise. Let's get a handle on this, Nance. Get a handle on it. I'm going to fold this in here so we can just concentrate on this. Okay, here we go. This is a thick paper too, scrapbook paper. Okay, let's get that off. Had some glue on it. I constantly have to clean my scissors because they, you know, when you know they have too much like stickiness on them, I like to clean them, and then they cut like butter. Again, till I get them full of glue again. Okay. Let's turn that back around. Okay, here we go. So we've got that on. I'm just going to give it a press again here around the edges. Very pretty. Okay, so now I want to put down, I'm going to cut the bottom like this off here, like square. Let's just see how it looks. Okay, so I don't want that. And then I will cut some of it off on the side because I want her to be here over it to the edge. Look at, she fits perfectly on there. And I love the background with her, but I felt like I wanted to add something else back here, and I thought that looked really cute with a little different color. So I am going to glue that on next. So I know our next glue book is going to be like a spring, whatever spring means to you, where you live, whatever it means. And like I said, if you want to incorporate some Easter images, you can do that as well. Bunnies, chicks, whatever, Easter bunny, you know, whatever. Or we'll just make it spring. So I'm excited for that. So are you collecting your images yet for that one, if you're going to make it? I have been. I'll have to, I told you I was doing the magazine that I learned. That was the very first glue book I saw that Nicole did, was her Birds in Bloom glue book. And that's a magazine subscription, and my husband was already getting that. And then I did subscribe now to it because he stopped his a while ago. I haven't gotten my new issue yet. I'm waiting. Hopefully very soon I'm getting it. But I do have about 5 of them from him that and I did start my my Birds in Bloom glue book, but we'll do our little glue book that we're doing here, something like this one, and we'll make it a spring. I love that on there. Okay, let's get her on. I don't want to get her sticky. That will be pretty. Boy, just think of the birds and bees and all the flowers, and, you know, if you like butterflies, and throw in a bunny or two if you want, because, you know, all the little baby animals are born in spring pretty much, huh? And it doesn't have to be Eastery. It could just be the animals of spring. Okay, so I'm going to get her on here. Hopefully that'll work. Yep. Okay. So cute. I just love when you go through the magazines and you find the perfect thing for your book. And I'm going to put this here, and I'm probably going to cut some of it off. I think I will. Let's do that. I'm going to cut it off here. Let's see how that looks. I wasn't sure how much I wanted to cut off, and I didn't know if I wanted it to go over her hair, but this image has like a shadow over here, so I kind of like that. So if I do that, that doesn't really cover up too much of her hair. I would put it down here. Okay, I think I need to make sure I cut that straight. Okay, I did the best I could. Okay, let's get that on, and that's a cute page. I like it. I have to get another glue page. All right, so that's going to go right about here. I'm going to get that up to that. Might have to trim it a little bit. Let's see. I know, it looks weird, doesn't it, me cutting this way? Okay. All right, there's that one. That's a cute one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, the other side. Let's see how we doing. Almost a half an hour. We're doing okay. Let me get another glue page. And reaching in for one here. Okay. Whoops. Wrong one here. Let's. Hold on. My hands are sticky. Okay, there we go. We got a glue page. So on this side, I wanted to do something with the page of green cars that were in the green collage book, and then I have the word travel, and I wanted to use this paper, even though I used it over there that way. By using it this way, it's more interesting, and it gives me lines to set the cars on. So I'm kind of pre-cut this. I'll just have to trim it. I'd rather cut it slightly bigger. I seem to do better that way. So let's get this on. Okay. I just wanted to do a collage of those cars with the biggest on the bottom and the smallest on the top. And they're all positioned like, you know, different, they're going different ways, facing different directions is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this on. Okay. Something like that. I like it. Make sure it's up there. And yeah, I'll have to trim a little bit off the bottom. Okay, let's just get this on here. And then I'll give it a quick trim. Sorry, I don't have anything else to tell you. Yeah, once I finish this glue book, I'm going to see if I'm going to do another TN journal with my recipe. I want to, because I have a kit, but Like I said, I don't want to commit yet, but I will be doing it. I promise. Because I think the kit is perfect for it. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Let's start adding the cars. And I had them in a row here, so let's see. The biggest one is here. He's got his back end cut off, so I'm putting him on. Okay, so that one's going on there. And then this one, now I think I should probably kind of, and see with the lines going that way, the cars look better because there's like lines. This one is going, I might cut part of this one off. And then, yeah, that's facing that way. This one is here, something like that. This one will be here because that's how it came on the page where it needs to be lined up here. And then this one, where does this one go? This one is going that way, so I think I was putting him here, kind of like that. And this one is going up here, something like that. And then I was going to put the word travel that I caught out of a magazine right there. I love it. I think it's fun. All right, so let's make sure we're getting this right where we want it. Okay, let's do it. It's just a fun page with all these old cars and different shades of green, and otherwise I would never know to use this page, but you know, like I said, a lot of the pages, oh, I meant to cut some of that off, didn't I? Okay, I will. A lot of the page, I'll cut that off in a second. We're just going to leave it there for now. Like I said, you look through those collage books and you're like, oh, I don't think I would ever use that page. But really, when you cut them up and use them, they take on a whole new life. And if you watch, if you go to the website, Collage Soup, or follow them on Instagram, there's gals that use them I never knew. I mean, like, they use them really, really good. And I never thought of doing it that way. So, yeah, don't be thinking that, oh, yeah, I'll never use that page. I thought the same thing, but... Oh, you know what? I've been seeing people, and I know it's not new, but I've been seeing a lot of people using the clear packing tape to get images, especially on the Collage Soup pages. I definitely need to try something with that. I'm going to. And I got to do it soon. Otherwise, it'll pass me by. Okay, so I'm going to get this car on first, the very top one here. And then I'll know where to fit that other one on. Okay. So let's get this guy up here on a line. Okay, that looks good. And now this guy is going to get put right about there. So I'm going to see if I can eye this and cut him off. Cut his front end off there. It should work. How are we doing on time? Okay, not too bad, but we still have a lot to do. So let's get that car here. Okay, straight. And then let's get the word travel on. How's that? And let me cut this car off here. And get that piece out. All right, so we have that done, and then the card page done. I love it. It's not crazy, but it's really cool. And I did not cut that straight. There we go. Okay, my hands are very sticky right now. Okay, so what do you think of that? I think it's really fun. It's definitely green, right? Okay, so moving on. We're done with that. I am going to close this here, and we are going to work on these 2 cards. That'll be it then. So let's get going. And then maybe we can we'll definitely do a flip through. Okay, now I already kind of pre-planned these. I love the scrapbook paper, and I love the green butterflies, which also came from the green Collage Soup book, magazine or book. All right, so I want to do this. Let me just get a sip of water again. All right, let's get this on, and then I will trim it. These little cards are fun to decorate, the little, just like little mini collages. They're fun, especially for your smaller images. Okay, I know I'm going to trim some of this off. Oops. Okay, I'm going to get this on. I should put a paper under there so it doesn't happen again that I got my fabric tack on my page. So I'm going to put this here. And I don't mind seeing some of the green tape up there. Like it. Looks like I have a pencil mark up here. Let me get rid of that. Okay. All right, so let's make sure we have it on right. Looks good. Okay, and I'm going to trim that. And if I'm off the camera, I'm sorry. I'll just trimming the excess paper. Okay, there's that. And it's fine there. And I just need a little bit, you know what, I'll trim that. Well, I should just do it, right? Just trim it. So I wanted to make a collage of those butterflies on here. So that's what I'm going to do after I trim this paper here. Okay. We good? All right, now we're good. All right, there we go. Turning it back, making you dizzy, I'm sure. All right, so there we go. We have that there. Now, I have a bunch of the butterflies here. So, I was thinking of definitely putting this one up here, and I don't mind that I have to cut them off. And then I think I wanted to do maybe this one or this. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to do this one here, and then I want to do this one here, I think. And then that one kind of on top, and then this one, I think. Just something like that. I'm just going to go for it, okay? So I know I don't want anything on this right here, so I'm going to just kind of put glue. And if I need to, I will put more glue. Let's see how this is going to work. Up here. I think that's fine. And I'm not going to think hard about this. Although I am thinking about this now. Let's just get these down. And I did cut a different piece of scrapbook paper, the one that has the green outline of all the flowers, and I thought, and I tried where I colored one flower, and it was just too bright. It took away from the green, so I just had to go with green. Okay, so let's just cut these off here. Okay, all right, that's that. And then next, I think that one's going to be, maybe that one's going to go next. I'm going to put that one next. Oh, it's raining again. Wow. Good day to stay in and craft. Rainy days, right? I just think they pop really nice against that background. And it's texture too, but I really like how they look. Okay. And then this one, I think I'm going to just put it here. Just a collage of butterflies, which looks pretty. That would even be pretty in the springy one that we're going to work on. So you could also use them for that. I'm going to do that. And then I can also put a word on there if I want, which I really haven't planned words out, but you know, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so that one's done. We're going to do this side now. And let me get this here. Now for this side, you know, I have to feel like I have to do it something with a teacup all the time. So I cut this page here, right there. I'm going to glue that on. You see something sticking out here, part of the butterfly. So let's get this on here. To me, this looks like a real pretty wallpaper in a tea shop, maybe. I love tea shops. I love tea. I'll never pass up a tea. Well, most teas. Okay. Okay, let's see how this goes on now. Okay, this way. No, this way, because I didn't glue all the way to the top. All right, so I'm going to get this on here, like that. And see, I'm not going straight up to the crease, so you're able to do this, right? And I'm going to move it over so it'd be easier to cut the excess off. I move it over a little more. Too much. I see glue oozing out there. Okay, that looks good. All right, there we go. I'm going to cut that off. We might have to do the flip through. I'll add words and we might have to do the flip through one more video. And if that's the case, I will do it for Friday. So I just think that I don't want to rush, you know. I want to really look for some good words if I feel like the pages need words. So I really don't want to rush into that just to finish a video. So let's see here. I'm going to trim this part off here. I just don't know where to. Sometimes you just don't even know which way is best to cut the angle here. So let me get that. Okay. Yep, there we go. So many greens, so many different images. It's like so much fun to look at this. All right, so am I in? Yeah, okay. So now let me tell you what I have. I got an Irish breakfast tea bag. So if you're going to use tea bags and you know they're kind of a little bulky, what I did was I took my X-Acto knife and slit this part here well, actually I slid it here, took the tea bag out, and then I cut that back off. So now it'll lay really flat. And then, of course, out of my Tea Time magazine, I have the pretty green teacup that I think will look really cute there. And then I'm going to put the Irish breakfast tea right there. So I'm going to do that first. Yeah, so the whole thing's going on, and I'm going to use my fabric tack for this foily stuff. I thought, ooh, I have to put this on. I have to put this on. I'm not passing this up. Okay. All right, let's get this on here. And that's easy because I just put the tips at the corner. Corner. So that was easy. Okay, now I'm going to put the cup. I know I cut it crooked, so I'll just trim it once I get it on there. So I'm going to get glue on here. Yeah, so look at your food packaging too. That's another good place to find some fun things to put in your glue book. Okay, so that's going there, like that. Over, okay, and I'm going to trim it. And even though I see it's okay, it's a glue book, it's fine. I'm not worried about it because I think that's going to look really fun. All right, let me try to cut. I'm turning this way so I can get a better angle at this cut here. Okay, I think that's good. So I'm turning it back over. And a couple more things. Well, we have to have treats with our tea here. So little green cookies and treats like that. So that's going on first. Okay, my hands are really sticky here. All right, so let's get this on. And these are all from the Tea Time magazine, the little treats here. So I want to put this, I don't want to cover up the Irish breakfast word, so I'm just putting that there, like that. And then the little cookies will go there too. Everything's sticking here. Okay, and then let's put these little cookies right there. Right there. Looks good. So there's your Irish tea in your Irish pretty cup and your little green treats. And yeah, so I like that. That's really cute. Okay, and then here, down here, we have 2 more to go. How are we doing on time? Okay, I'm going to finish these 2, and then I'll end the video, and then I will look for words, do a little fine tuning, and tomorrow we'll do the final flip through and take our time looking at it. Okay, so on the front here, I have some cooking utensils. Now, this kitchen towel and the word came from, I think, A Better Homes and Garden magazine. And these 3 images came from Daphne Diary. And I found this really cute scrapbook paper. So that's what we're going to make this page with here, like that. And let's get the glue on there. I can't wait to just do the final flip through. This has been so much fun. I wanted to tell one of my friends, subscribers, Nan, if you're watching, wouldn't it be fun? And maybe some of you other gals would agree, but I don't think I have enough votes for something like that. But Nan, wouldn't it be fun to make a wine-themed glue book? I know she would agree with me. I don't know who else would agree with me, but that would probably be something I would do on my own, I guess. So, but, and I will do a purple one for myself because, you know, that's my favorite color. So, okay, make sure I didn't get glue on there. Oh, I did a good job of cutting that paper, huh? Just a little trim on the front. So let me get that on there. You know, whatever you love. If you're into dogs, like my daughter, one of my daughters, well, both of them love their dogs and cats and stuff, but my one daughter has 3 Frenchies, and she wants to do a Frenchie glue book, but she says she would incorporate other dogs too. So between her and I, we're collecting images of Frenchies if we can find them, and she'll fill in with other dogs and dog related things. So really, if you love your, you know, animals or horses, my granddaughter would love that. Anything, think of what your favorite thing is and then try to concentrate on that, finding things that go with that. Okay, so here we are. The first thing that's going down, let me just put that here for now, is the kitchen towel. There was a cookbook here, but I cut it off, but we're gonna cover it. And look at how cute that looks. Okay, let me put this on. Yeah, we'll finish the little card and then we'll do a nice final flip through tomorrow. Yeah, because I would really like to start a new project for next week. So I really wanted to finish the glue book this week for us. Okay, like that. Okay, and then the next thing I want to put down, this little water, this measuring cup is going to go down, because then the spoon is going to go kind of over it here, since that's how it was on the page. I thought it would be really cute here. So I think this needs to go behind here a little bit to cover that. Yeah, so like that. Okay, so let's get that on. Okay, and I'm going to look one more time to make sure I'm getting that where I want it. So right here, like that. Oh, I just realized I didn't cut this little part off the handle. This little white, I didn't go around the handle. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's the best I can do. All right. Yep, that'll work. Okay, let's get that down. And then the spoon next. And I don't want to rip it, so I'm going to be careful. Okay. Okay, let's get that on. Oh, isn't it cute? It's a cute page. And then the ladle is going to go up here like that. Like that. Ah, okay, let's get that on. Okay. And I'm going to put that like right there. And then my word, cook, is going on next. And I'm going to put that right here. Oops, stuck into my hands here. Let's move that over. Ah, big glue glob there, wasn't that? Oh, too bad. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me get that on there straighter. Okay, I love that. Cute, yeah? All right, one more. And then, yeah, that'll be enough. Okay, so there's that one. I love it. And then the last one here I have this, it looks like a tropical forest, maybe a tropical rainforest. I'm going to say it's a tropical rainforest, and you're going to see why, why I said that. Let me make sure, did I cut it? I might have to cut a little bit off. Okay. This is a tropical rainforest, so I have to put something that lives in the tropical rainforest, right? Okay. I'm excited to do the flip through. I think I said that already. I repeat myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I am excited to see these. These are so much fun to look at. Really, keep them out on your coffee table or where you can always just flip through them and get inspiration, because really they are full of color. They make you, oh, I just love looking at these. And right now I can't stop making them. Okay, so I need to cut across here. And okay, that's good there. And then one more cut right down here. Okay. Ah. Okay. All right, that looks fine. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I have, this is a bird I have. I don't know who, I want to say they were Tracy Fox. She had birds, I'm thinking. So I thought, well, we got to put one of these tropical looking birds in the rainforest here. So I'm going to put him on. And I know I have to cut some of it off down here. Making sure I'm not getting a blob of glue again, because it seems like the glue is soft today. Okay, so let's get him on. And I love his Papa Red on his head, right? Okay, so let's get that here. I know I'll have to cut some of him off here. Just as long as his head clears the fold, that's, yeah. Okay, so that's good there. Let's get that cut off. Oh, that went flying. Okay, and then if in the very beginning of the Collage Soup Green book, the ebook, because you can download it and print, I think page 2 has this cute little frog with an umbrella. And I know he kind of gets lost here, but guess what was with that little frog and umbrella? It's Not Easy Being Green by Kermit the Frog. And I'm like, oh, I want to put him on there. I know he doesn't like really show well, but when you read that and you look, he's there. You can see him. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I love it. So even page 2 had this just little frog in the beginning and that saying, and I thought, that's what I want. That's what I want on here. So I'm going to put him here like that. And then we're going to put this down there because it just needs to be on there. I love it. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's an hour. We're here doing this an hour, but really, it does take time, and I like it. I'm enjoying this, so... And I usually watch videos and craft while I'm crafting too, you know. So there's our little rainforest with our little Kermit. Okay, we did this and this. We did that and that. And we did this pretty thing, pretty little girl with her lemon hair. And we did that. And then on the back, on the very back, we did that, and I'll put something there. Okay, friends, I'm gonna let you go because it's been a long time. So take care and look for tomorrow. We'll do the final flip through tomorrow as I add a few little things. Okay, thanks for hanging with me. Have a blessed day. Take care. Bye.